punchline here, because mostly that's what school's like, right? Sort of somewhere between okay and meh. Not amazing, not terrifying, just kind of in the middle. Hey, maybe that's why it's called middle school? Har, har, har. 3. Junior. Dogs make everything better. Everyone should have a dog. In case you haven't been keeping up with things, and if not, why? My dog's name is Junior. I know I'm biased, and you probably think your dog is the best dog of all time, but I'm here to tell you that you are just plain wrong. Junior is the best dog of all time. That's all there is to it. 4. I was doing some seriously awesome art. I was filling my sketchbooks with a heap of new stuff. Not all of it during class, I swear. I hadn't shown them to anybody yet, but I thought they were looking pretty good. Great stuff, eh? Did you like that part where I became president of the United States and invaded Pluto? You did? Busted! There was no part where I became president of the United States and invaded Pluto. Now go back and listen to the list properly. So, yeah. All in all, life in Hills Village wasn't too bad. I was just bored, and that made me annoyed because I hate being bored. I mean, who likes it, right? But I couldn't do anything about it, and that was the real crummy part. Chapter 3. Pushing the Envelope. "Hi, honey. How was school?" Mom asked when I came home. She was standing with her back to me, making pancakes, which filled the kitchen with the smell of, well, pancakes. I shrugged and dumped my backpack by the door. Then Junior barked and jumped up for me to pet him. He was a good distraction from having to answer Mom. I bent down and scratched him behind the ear. He rolled onto his back. His tongue drooped out of his mouth. "Who's a good boy?" I asked, rubbing his belly. I could hear Grandma Dottie watching TV in the living room. She does a lot of that these days and sometimes talks to us about her favorite soap actors like they're real people. I've tried pointing out that they're not real, but now I just nod and agree with whatever she says. There was no sign of Georgia. She was probably up in her room, arranging the world's biggest collection of stuffed animals. Georgia's got a lot of stuffed animals. Sometimes I think she'll go into her room and we'll just lose her in the crowd. "Oh, I almost forgot," Mom said. "You've got a letter." On the kitchen table was an envelope. It was propped up very suspiciously against a potted plant. I sat down and looked at it like it might explode. The envelope, I mean, not the potted plant. Suddenly, Mom having her back to me took on new meaning. Did she already know what was in the envelope? Were the pancakes to soften the blow of bad news? I wondered if Principal Stricker or her evil minion Vice Principal Stonehouse had secretly signed me up for some other fiendish punishment. Coal mining in Alaska, or cleaning the inside of a Ukrainian radioactive fuel dump using only my tongue. Mom turned around and waved her spatula at the envelope. "What's it say?" I picked up the envelope. It was official looking, so it probably wasn't a super late or super early Christmas card or anything safe like that. Nope. It was from my school. Sproing! Georgia appeared out of nowhere. I wasn't surprised. She had a weird radar for any bad news coming my way. "Are you going to open that or just stare at it?" she asked. "No, I figured I'd stare at it some more," I said, rolling my eyes and hoping she would go away. Georgia didn't go away. She kept snooping in my business, looking at the letter.